Hey everyone, welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes Free to Play. Thanks for being here. You know, guys, there's a reason I record these videos and then I put them out sporadically, and I'm trying to get better about the timing. But honestly, I upload these videos when I can. I try to keep it somewhat consistent, but somewhat consistent all too often inevitably ends up being just not consistent. But I hope that you're seeing this at a good time, and hopefully not too much time has passed since the announcement of the new info with the boxes and the everything and the whatnot. Because guys, I'm gonna be honest. Um, I don't love the fact that CG is doing this. I mean, some of the quality of life stuff that makes stuff easier, makes more stuff more simmable, is fine. But the reward thing, I kind of have a problem with because, and this is just a fact of life. And very seldom when people make changes like this, do you end up getting more rewards or the equivalent amount of rewards as you were before. I'm not saying that never happens. I'm just saying the amount of time that it does is very seldom. And when they do this, and, you know, they used a lot of language that was flowery and was vibrant and stuff. But guys, I'm just telling you, just from what I'm seeing, if you're a free-to-play player like this account is, like, I mean, I've bought light speed bundles on other accounts, but I don't expect to ever be buying into any of this ever. On my Hyperlight account, my original account, the daily account, this account, the other free-to-play account, none of them. Because I don't have that kind of disposable income. If you do, that's fine. I have not been able to look at Nooch's response to this, but you know, he's spending $100 a week. He's got an account or whatever where he's spending $100 a week. I'm gonna go out and say that this is probably not, that CG's not going to get the response they were looking for. And I don't honestly know what response they were looking for, because on the surface, to me, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, you could have just streamlined it, put all this quality of life stuff in. But people, and rightly so, because let's face it, CG is a big corporation. EA is their parent corporation. And I've never known EA to. There's a reason that EA has such a bad gaming reputation. But I mean, they make some of the greatest franchises of all time. They own the rights to a lot of the greatest franchises of all time. Madden and college football come to mind. And I don't know if they still make the yearly basketball game, the yearly basketball baseball game at all. I don't know that. They used to. I don't know if they do that anymore. Obviously they're over BioWare, which has made all the Dragon Ages, which has made all the Mass Effects, and a lot of other stuff. And then obviously they're very prevalent in the mobile gaming space. But they all generally run downstream. And it's generally, at least in some capacity, very this. And I'm not saying this to scare you, but it does reek of just greed. And, you know, I'm just putting this out there now. If the changes that they're making pushes free-to-play players further behind, then things might have to change. And when will I know that? I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't play this game like a lot of other people play this game. Whenever I get this liquor, that will be my first GL that I've ever got. And it will be on this account. How long is it going to take? I have no idea. I'm not a person that Grand Region is a thing that I play sometimes. It's not something that controls me. It's not something that I live and die on. If I remember to play it, great. If I don't, okay. I'll find something else to do. If I win, great. If the other team is better, okay. But that is anathema to a lot of the way a lot of people play this game, and I understand that. So obviously, people that take GAC much more seriously are going to feel the burn over me. Now, there is some places like Fleet Arena, which, they don't come out with a lot of ships. So to be fair, I don't anticipate that interacting with that, because they've came out with 2 entire ships this year. Maybe they'll come out with another fleet next year. Maybe they'll come out with ships next year. I don't know. But one thing we have to understand is how many people wherever you are playing this game are going to buy in. How many people are going to have the money to buy in? And we can talk about, things, and I've talked about them on other places, about things that are happening. And I believe that things are getting better. When they're going to get better, I don't know. How soon? I don't know. But my advice with this whole new structure of doing something is make your own judgment. Pay attention to what other people are saying. Pay attention to people that you trust. If you trust me, that's awesome. If you trust Gerbil, that's awesome. If you trust Nooch, okay. If you trust Sanjita, I mean, I don't know these people biases. Arnold, I think, is always going to try to spin stuff positively. Stuff he doesn't like, he's not going to sugarcoat, like the whole tie dagger thing. And that's understandable, because it was a huge thing, and that's sort of part and parcel to what EA is known for. It's just doing something, and they're daring you to quit, and they're like, we're going to make this egregious claim. This is your game, and you love this game. And what are you going to go? What are you going to go and play your Raid or whatever? And honestly, that's the reason why I believe a lot of the companies do this, because they're like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're not going to quit playing this game, and even if you do, it's not like you're going to take enough people with you that it's going to affect us. So we don't even. So they're just gonna make changes that they want to make to the game because they know at the end of the day, you might leave, but who else is gonna go with you? They're not gonna leave. And if they do, they're gonna be so addicted that we're gonna get at least another 18 months out of that. Out of them because we own them, because they love Star Wars. They're not gonna go anywhere. And they might be right. I think we've all played games for a lot longer than we probably should have. We will look back. And, I keep wishing that I would have started a year before I did, and I didn't, but now here we are. But it's like, just feel like one thing you need to know is if you're committed to playing this game long term, then you should. If you're willing to she's just going to do whatever, and I'm just going to play this game because I love this game, and I'm just going to keep playing it. No matter what happens. That's fine. And I would just be like, are you sure? Are you sure that even though you might end up losing however much rewards because you're not paying for anything, are you sure you can do that? Because if you compromise once, then does that still mean you're free to play? Are you a purist, or are you free to play with exceptions? And then where's the line? Because these aren't Lightspeed bundles. Lightspeed bundles actually had value. This could be either $20 or $40 plus Conquest for the rest of how long? And Job's saying it's $840 a year. Do you have $840 that you couldn't spend, I don't know, paying rent or buying food or gas or whatever? I mean, and just if you think I'm crazy, you might be right. You might be right. But I just want to leave people with something to think about. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate this time. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.